it has, I think, the slightly pink tint. My day with you. My day with you was perfect, it's true. You and I, preparing sweets. Who could have known I'd be swept off my feet? Baking with you broke down my walls. I just hope I wasn't the only one to fall. Ever since that day, I felt a connection. I can't hide anymore. This is my confession. I love you more than words can say. All thanks to our special day. Love, Natsuki. At large, I think the poem is great, and I think it's Natsuki's style. It fits Natsuki's style pretty well as well. The only thing that I kind of am upset about is the I'm not sure how to explain it in any language. The rhythm here. I'd be swept. I mean, it makes sense. The last line always breaks the rhythm of the previous lines. So I guess it's a unique structure of its own. It's just when I read, I was like, given that she doesn't mind using only a few words in a line, that she could also space them down a little bit, like, I'd be swept. Stop. Off my feet. I wasn't the only one. Stop to fall. All thanks to our stop special day. More than words can say, more than words can say. All thanks to our special day. Yeah, there's definitely difference in how many syllables are also in each line in the last one. Okay. But then I think it might be deliberate because every stanza, if it's pronounced that way, has a unique little. The final line of every stanza is like a bit out of rhythm, has more syllables than the rest. So it's a structure in of itself. It just made it a bit strange to read. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing either. Oh, shit! She likes me? I'm assaulted with a barrage of emotions as I try to come to terms with the situation I've just found myself in. I've no idea how I should handle this. Not to mention Natsuki probably knows I've read it by this point. Did she give this to me on purpose? There's no way she could have accidentally given this to me. What do I do? I put the poem back in a stack, put on my pajamas, and lay on my bed. I just realized something. If I go with, like, the Monica route, I still have at the beginning to say, like, no to the... I most likely will have to say I rejected Sayori, but then I have to go for one of the other two and I'm on their route. So I'll probably be spoiled a little bit of their route, even though I'm trying to go with Monica, right? We'll see. Do I tell Sayori? How will she feel about this? What am I going to do? Do I talk to Natsuki about this tomorrow? You should talk to her about it. Or do I let her come to me? I think it would be better to approach first. It seems like that's what she kind of wants, and if she says she's not ready, then you are like, okay, then you come to me. Through the millions of scenarios that play out in my head, my mind eventually wears me down and I drift into an uneasy sleep. I've had weird dreams lately. Oopsie daisy. I open my eyes to find myself in a dark, empty clearing. What? As I look around the clearing, I see the world around me engulfed in fog and haze. I can barely see 2 feet in front of me. You wouldn't have been in the situation if you had just listened to me! It's the same voice I had last night. Oh, great. This again. Did Did you completely forget about what I told you last night? You're supposed to stay away from Sayori! Not get closer to her! I didn't want to have to keep this up. I don't take enjoyment in you suffering, but you're leaving me with no choice. Suddenly, I see a silhouette approach me. Sayori? Is that you? Sayori comes into my view. Sir can never love you back in the same way you do. You both know that. Why waste every day building her up when she'll just tear herself down again? Next thing I know, a noose appears right around Sayori's neck. See another silhouetted figure emerge from the fog right next to Sayori. Let's make this quick. The next thing I know, the noose tightens around Sayori's neck as she's suddenly hoisted into the air. As Sayori begins crying out for help and trying to free herself, the figure takes a step closer to me. Now listen carefully this time, Chloe. Sayori is going to die. Don't feel bad. She was always meant to anyways. The more time you spend around her, the harder it'll be on everyone later. Keeping her alive is only prolonging her suffering. She's not meant for this world. Her precious mind is filled with nothing but second-guessing and self-deprecation. She knows she's worthless to you, Chloe. In the end, she'll provide you with nothing. It's time for you to see that. My eyes glance over to see Sarah continuing to struggle. Tears are streaking down her face as she tries desperately to free herself. She keeps gasping for air, so her sobs become little more than cries for help. I tried to call out to Sarah, but nothing comes out of me. I tried to run to help her, but I can't move my legs. I tried to turn away to avoid looking on at Sayori's suffering, but my eyes refused to close and my neck refused to turn. She is not worth saving, Chloe. She is nothing. She is truly useless, and useless things need to be cast aside. The figure takes a few steps back, raising its hand and snapping its fingers. I hear a painful crack as Sayori's body slowly goes limp. The color suddenly drains from her face, making her skin a ghostly pale. Even her uniform is so drained of its bright colors. Sayori's gazeless eyes look upon me as a final tear runs down her face. You can't stop this from happening, Chloe. You need to let her go. Leave her behind. Forget about her. Worry about us. There is only us. Just us. I suddenly wake up with the sudden urge to vomit. I quickly prop myself, trying to suppress it. Though as soon as I do that, I feel my head quickly start to ache. I feel my entire body covered in a coat of sweat as I move to clutch my forehead. What the hell is going on with me? Am I sick? This is the second time this has happened. After a few minutes, my head stops throbbing and I feel relatively normal again. My eyes wander to my alarm clock. Great. I don't have to be up for another hour. Well, I can try falling back asleep. But if I do, won't I just see the same thing again? Or worse? If this keeps happening, I'm probably going to need a oh my god. Psychiatrist. I don't feel like getting out of bed yet, so I just spend the rest of my time staring at the ceiling. Though the memories of my nightmare slowly creep back into my mind. About how I couldn't save Sayori. How I just watched her slowly choke to death. Well, then she wouldn't have looked so calm at the end. Sorry. This thought will always creep back into my mind. The reason why DDLC is different is because I played DDLC before I have seen some things and have learned more about some of my friends that I didn't know so well back then, or didn't know at all, some of them. And due to that, it still remains as a fond memory, but not just with Moss, but with media in general nowadays, when they present it as this calm thing, or even when they like not just a calm thing, but when they present it as a clear thing, like it actually was with Sayori right now, because her face still didn't reflect even half of the pain of what it usually, not usually, from my experience pretty frequently, from my experience and from what I know from friends very frequently, is calm and very unrealistic. DDSC mods aren't the only thing to blame for that, and therefore I can't blame them either because they probably see it in a lot of other media as well. It's generally just a thing that has a potential to be bothersome to me because it's those presentations that encourage my friends to believe that they would want to try to take their life like this. And most of them later on talked about how it was not a good idea. Even those that were like, I was ready for pain, of course, when the pain then hit, survival instincts and everything, you can't just shut that off just because you want to die. But well, the cleanness of scenes, like it was with Sayori, even though that was already a bit better than what most media does, especially of the face, is something that still encouraged them, even though they knew it was going to be painful. They were like, at least it's going to be clean, and at least it's not going to look too disturbing for the people that see it, and that's not the case. And well, not often, or well, very frequently that's not the case. I don't know every experience. I bet there are some people who maybe look a bit more calmer, and my friends and I have just been unlucky with what we've seen and experienced and everything. But given the time that all of us have seen it that way, or experienced it that way, and never anything calm, even when the people seemingly fainted quickly, or yeah, let's keep it at that. I must say that it's probably not uncommon for it to be that way, and therefore I feel like it's something that should be represented in media more frequently. I feel like it did pretty well with trying to represent it as not as fast as some specific media tries to represent it. With her neck, with the neck snap more representing that Monica snapped her neck as well. But specific weird things happen to your face pretty early on, as I have experienced with my own little experiments. It seems to always be a bit different from person to person as well, so I wonder if there could be genetic components into all of this. But yeah. Just wanted to say that. I say it frequently, and I felt the need to say it again, because otherwise I might carry this for the future scenes because I didn't talk about it, and then I'm just going to be demotivated the whole time, and I don't want that either. So let's just get it off right now. It was almost like that, like what I saw 2 nights ago. And her corpse. I get nauseous just thinking about it. Thankfully, before I can think any longer about it, my alarm sounds off. I sigh to myself as I walk over to silence my alarm and go about my daily morning routine of getting ready for school. After finishing my morning routine, I head downstairs to my kitchen with Natsuki's poem in hand. I must have read it over 100 times by now, hoping that this was some kind of sick joke. I sigh and let the paper flutter onto my dining room table. I'm not particularly hungry, so I opt to just make a fruit bowl. While grabbing the bowl, I send Sayori a quick text to let her know that I'm up and she doesn't need to come wake me up again. Surprisingly, she responds back rather quickly and tells me that she's already waiting outside for me. I reply back that I'll meet her as soon as I'm done with my breakfast. I hastily assemble my fruit bowl and quickly begin eating it. Though, I come to the realization that I'll probably be getting everyone else's poems today. I'm still uncertain if it's even a good idea for me to talk to Natsuki about what she gave me. What am I even supposed to say to her? Approach her and tell her that you found the poem. Let's start up with that. And I still don't even know how to put it to Sayori. There's no telling how she'll react. And if I tell anyone else, I feel like that'll just make the situation more complicated. And you probably won't be of much help either. You don't know Yuri then. Actually, she's currently being kind of already, her obsession is already being amplified by Monica, so honestly, she probably won't be of much help right now. Maybe I can ask Monica, maybe she'll know how to handle this. I said to myself as I popped the last piece of watermelon into my mouth, put Natsuki's poem in my backpack, and head outside to meet Sayori. Sayori is already standing by the adjacent sidewalk to my house. Hey, Chloe! She beams joyfully at me. Looks like you woke up on the right side of the bed today. Sam matches a small laugh. Well, it's a Wednesday, which means it's only 2 more days till Friday. Forgot how much you love Fridays. Well, not as much as I love you. I'm already used to statements like that from relationships in my friend group. Just completely forgot to read that. I feel my face turn red with embarrassment. Sayori! Yeah? I'm barely able to contain my grin as I figure out the best way to respond. Just come here. I take Sayori into my arms and squeeze her tightly. You little sin, I suddenly feel a sharp pain in my forehead. Sayori immediately takes notice. Chloe, what's wrong? It's nothing, The pain gets worse just as I say that. And I'm having to take a step back from Sayori as I clutch my forehead tighter. Just give me a second. After a few moments of the pain subsides. Are you okay, Chloe? It's just a headache. Don't worry about it. Was it really just a headache, though? You looked like you were in a lot of pain. Yeah, but it's gone now. No need to raise a fuss over it, right? I mean, I worry about you, Chloe. I want you to be okay. Were you feeling like this yesterday? I don't want her to be more worried about me, but I know that I can't hide anything from her for very long. I'd feel guilty about not opening up about my own hardships to Sayori when she's done so with me. But she can always get worked up when there's nothing wrong, like she is now. And maybe getting these weird dreams off my chest might ease my mind a little. Or make them worse. Reluctantly, I... And this is why I wanted to go with the name Chloe. When I'm ever uncertain about a decision, I can just try to think of what my character would do. But I don't think I'm going to get an ending that quickly. In that case, we'll tell Sayori. I decided to tell her. The past 2 nights, I've had these awful nightmares. I've no idea what's causing them. Do you want to talk about it? My words get caught in the back of my throat. An overwhelming feeling of dread washes over me. This feeling. Somehow this is worse than this morning. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Chloe? Hearing Sayori's words released the near crippling dread. Sayori, last night I watched you die. I couldn't do anything to save you. All I could do was watch. I know it was just a dream, but it felt too close to reality for some reason. It felt so real. The way you frantically clawed at the rope. Rope? Someone hung you right in front of me. It was hard to watch. It felt like I actually lost you. The night before wasn't any better. How so? I opened the door and you were hanging right there in your bedroom. Sayori nervously swallows. Well, I don't know why you'd be having dreams like that, Chloe. I would never do something like that. I couldn't. I don't exactly feel reassured by the way she said that, especially since she's said some rather concerning things to me lately. You're the reason I'm alive. Do I really deserve this? I don't want this relationship to be a one-way street. Lately I can't stop asking myself that question. I then think back to what that voice said. That's what ultimately should have happened. Keeping her alive is only prolonging her suffering. I know Sarah's problems are bad, but She wouldn't go that far, right? You okay, Sayori? Yeah, I'm fine. Is there something troubling you? Can we just go? Please. I'm surprised by Sayori's sudden change of heart, but nevertheless, I choose to oblige. Yeah, let's just go. It was just a stupid dream anyways, right? Yeah. We begin to walk to school without another word. Our walk to school was unbearably silent. I'm not used to it being this quiet, especially around Sayori. Lately, we've been more than happy to talk about whatever was on our minds, but today's different. She hasn't even looked at me once since we started walking. Part of me regrets telling her about the last 2 nights. I knew she'd get all worked up and worried. Almost reminds me of my mother. Well, it wouldn't hurt to have someone look after me. I turned to Sayori, smiling warmly at her. However, she maintains her blank stare down the road ahead of us as we continue on our walk. I let out a small sigh. I guess she's just not in a talkative mood anymore. Well, she did sound rather disturbed by what I told her. Sayori's never been one to stomach horror very well, not that I blame her. Hopefully she'll get over this soon. So walk continues, it hits me that I have another problem brewing. Natsuki's letter. I haven't really thought about how I'm really going to handle that. As I was thinking earlier, telling Monica about the situation seems like my best course of action. Normally tell Sayori, but I don't think she'd take it very well right now. I guess my only real option is to go to Monica before the club. Knowing Natsuki would probably want to talk to me. I'm really not looking forward to today. What if someone else gives me another confession letter? Chloe? So it takes me out of my train of thought. Yeah? You okay? You just stopped walking. Eh? Realizing that Sayori is more than a few steps ahead of me, I jogged to catch up to her. Are you really sure you're okay? You've been acting strange today. I'll be fine. I've gone through worse. Maybe you should stay home from school today. I wouldn't want you to get any worse. I'll be fine. Besides, I really need to talk to Monica. Monica? Why? It's something related to what we're doing for Monday. Okay. Hey, Sayori? Yeah? Don't worry about me. If I feel worse, I'll go to the nurse's office and you can take me home, okay? Okay. But if you feel sick, you text me right away, okay? You have my word, emergency contact. Sayori blushes. You trust me that much, huh? Why wouldn't I? I mean, we've been looking after each other for years. It just feels like it'd be the natural thing to do, you know? Yeah, it does. I like it. My own face started to heat up. Come on, Chloe, or we're really going to be late. So it quickens her pace to the point where she's almost jogging. Oh, come on. Come on, it's only... Shoot! Hey, wait for me! I jog after Sayori. We were able to make it to school just in time for the morning bell. So I won't be able to walk with Sayori to her class like usual, thanks to the time. So, I'll see you after class, Chloe. Alright, sounds good to me. Sayori glances around the corner to make sure we're alone. Just... please let me know if you feel worse or anything, okay? I will, Sayori, don't worry. I'm more worried about you. Me? Why? Earlier it looked like you just saw a ghost. I just hope I didn't scare you with any of the details. It's not that, Chloe, really. I'm just more worried about you. It'll be fine. I should say a reassuring smile. Promise? I promise. I'll see you later. Okay. I'll see you later. Okay. Come here. Sarah walks up to me to give a brief hug before walking off towards her classroom. I'll see you later, Chloe. Laters. Sarah walks off towards her classroom while I head off in the opposite direction towards mine. I walk into the class just in time before the teacher starts the lesson. I take my usual spot towards the back of the room and slump down on my chair, preparing for another day of relative boredom. I normally think about dozing off, but there's enough on my mind to keep me awake, and most importantly, looking interested in whatever the teacher is going on about. About these dreams. what they mean. In Natsuki's letter, not to mention I now have Sayori Route sick about me. I don't even know if I did the right thing by telling her. I don't know either. But I feel like it would be better to share these feelings with one another than to not do that. In any case, my most pressing concern is how to deal with Natsuki's confession letter. I think Monica and I share the same lunch period, so I could probably pull her aside then. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to me. I sighed to myself as I continued to listen to the teacher drone on. After what feels like an eternity, the lunch bell finally rings. Grabbing the poem from my bag and stuffing it into my jacket with my lunch money, I head out to the cafeteria, hoping to find Monica. Entering the cafeteria, I immediately begin to look around for Monica. Alright, if I was Monica, where would I be? Probably towards the center with all the other popular kids. Start walking to the center of the cafeteria. Sure enough, I quickly spot Monica sitting at one of the tables at the center of the cafeteria. As I expected, she seems to be chatting away with some of her friends. Pulling her away might be a little harder than I thought. Well, it's not like I'm going to get another chance to talk to her until the club, so it's now or never. Taking a deep breath, I carefully approach Monica's table. Wow, Akari! I can't believe you guys got away with that! I know, right? It was like the craziest party ever! Too bad you couldn't make it, though. Well, like I said, I was on that trip with the debate club. Oh yeah, the debate club. That place has only gotten more toxic since you left. It's gotten that bad, huh? Trust me, you left at the best possible time. I miss the good old days. And Sora was president? Yeah, we were actually productive and went to all those cool events. And not always fighting with each other for petty crap. Yeah, that's when the club was at its prime. It's a real shame she transferred, though. I know, right? She was so nice. I still can't believe she suckered us into voting for her brother for president. That's nice to me, but he's a total... Hey, Monica. Chloe! I didn't know you had this lunch period. Ah, well, I usually just sit in the back. I see. Would you like to join us? Yeah, we have plenty of room. I appreciate it, but I actually need to talk to Monica real quick. Oh, what for? It's urgent. I'd wait to tell you at the club, but say no more, Chloe. I always have time for you. I feel my face eat up with a slight embarrassment. Thank you, Monica. I really appreciate it. We'll be right back, girls. Have fun, you two. I lead Monica out of the cafeteria to somewhere where we might have a little more privacy. She's got him wrapped around her finger. That's Monica for you. I end up leading Monica up to the school's rooftop where there's hardly anyone around that can hear us. So, what's on your mind, Chloe? I think I'll just show you. Hand over Natsuki's poem to Monica. That's so mean. I don't like the idea of giving someone's confession letter to a third party. Monica looks over it with a rather concerned look on her face. After about a minute, she finishes reading it. Well then, I guess it's safe to assume that she likes you. Yeah, no kidding! What am I supposed to do? Hasn't this ever happened to you before? No, not really. Nobody's ever been this sweet and trying to ask me out before. Usually some boy would just walk up to me and stammer his way through before trying to ask me out. A few have tried asking me out through text, but to me that's the cheap way. Things would probably be worse had she chosen to text me, walked up to me and confessed. I'd have no idea how to handle that. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Natsuki is going to try to talk to me later in the club about this. Well, there's really no reason to think she'd expect you to write her poem right away, right? What do you mean? I'm saying that I don't think Natsuki was expecting you to read her poem so soon. In all honesty, she probably thinks you'll read it this weekend when you're preparing the poems for the photo shoot. Yeah, I guess you're right. So I just tell Natsuki that I haven't read it yet? Pretty much. At least that way you're buying yourself a little bit of time. Okay, but that still doesn't really solve the problem. Sooner or later, she's going to ask me about this. And I have no idea what I'm going to say. Well, Chloe, it all depends on how you feel about her. Do you like Natsuki back in the same way she likes you? I mean, I'm happy with Sayori. I wouldn't want to ruin what we have. And if I ever did leave her, we both know she'd be devastated. We do mean a lot to each other. Yeah. Does Sayori know that Natsuki gave you this? No, that's another problem. She wasn't really in the mood to talk today, so I figured that'd be a bad time to bring that up. Not to mention I have no idea how she'd take it. I don't think Sayori would react that way, Chloe. That she wouldn't take too kindly to this for sure. So, when should I tell her about the letter? You're probably better off waiting to tell her for now. It's better you figure out what you want to say to Natsuki first. Alright. So what should I say to her then? Just tell how you feel, Chloe. Natsuki wants to know what's in your heart. You need to figure out who suits you best. And when you're figuring it all out, you should ask yourself some questions. Like what? Like who can you always count on? Who can you always trust? Who would you be happiest with? Who will always help you? Who wants to see you succeed and is capable of helping you? Who are you proud to stand next to, no matter what? Who will always put a smile on your face and build you up? Who's afraid to stand against the world with you? And I think you know one girl who checks all those boxes, don't you? I know you make the best decision for the club, Chloe. I have faith in you. Monika's questions begin to echo in my head. Who would I be happiest with? Who can I always trust? Who would I be proud to say, yeah, that's my girlfriend, to my friends and family? Wouldn't that be everyone? I'd be proud. Like, generally, given that I'm a girl, I don't think I'd ever be fully exactly proud to say anything. I'd be a bit scared of how they'd react. If I'm here like, that's my girlfriend! Somewhat homophobic family. Not all of them, but enough of them. With at the very least undertones or full blown. So I would never really be proud, but I'd be proud of all of these girls. If they were my girlfriend. I'm not sure if I would be able to match everyone, but like, especially those questions like, who would I be proud to say it's my girlfriend? I feel like that's honestly, especially with the phrasing of who would I be proud to say that this person here is my girlfriend. What if they think Sayori is stupid and therefore who cares? I feel like it's more important that you have the other questions are more important than this one. Like, who are you proud to say? Like, if you love that person, you should be proud no matter what. Because I would be proud to say, for any of those girls, that's my girlfriend, I would just be dominated with a sense of fear of how they're going to react if I had a girlfriend that isn't Monika in my PC. I guess it'd have to be Monika. I'll definitely have a lot to think about later. Monika, flash like Monika there. Thanks, Monika. I really appreciate the advice. No problem, Chloe. I hope I calmed your nerves a bit. Yeah, you helped. Though I don't know if I'm ready for the club today. I don't know if I'm ready to deal with all this. I'm sure she won't ask you about it today, Chloe. But it wouldn't hurt to decide on what you want soon. Yeah, the sooner the better, I guess. Yeah. Monica takes a look at her watch. We still have some time before lunch period ends. Would you care to join me? Sure, stressing over this does work up quite the appetite. I'm sure it has, Chloe. Come on, let's head back. Without another word, Monica head down the steps back to the cafeteria. Ah! I really wasn't social with Monica and her friends when we came back to join them. Other than some occasional chatting, I mostly kept my mouth shut and zoned out. My mind was racing the entire time, attempting to answer the questions Monica gave me. And I'm still paranoid that Natsuki is going to try to talk to me in the club later. I don't feel prepared for this, but I guess I did sort of ask for this to happen. Now I've just got to figure out what I want to do next. They were putting you down for having the feeling that they were putting you down when you tried to go with when you tried to pick Sayori. They literally like kind of trying to guilt trip you again with like, geez, do you really hate us that much? That's also kind of guilt trippy. I really did thank Monica when this all is over. Oh, I just realized that the resolution kind of went down a little bit, but that's okay. Her advice has been pretty helpful so far, and I feel like I'll ultimately figure things out thanks to her. She certainly has been dependable. Before I can finish my thought, the school bell rings, signifying the end of lunch period for me. Well, I guess it's back to boring old math for me. Good luck, Chloe. Yeah, it was nice catching up with you. Likewise. I'll see you girls later. Later, Monica. Karen and Rhea packed their things and walked out of the cafeteria, leaving me alone with just Monica. Well, I guess I'll see you at the club later then. Yeah, I'll just see you then. Hopefully you're able to give those questions some more thought. I will. It's certainly a lot to think about. It'll all be worth it in the end, Chloe. Believe me. Well, I do trust you, so. Looks like you've already been giving those questions some thought, huh? Face turns flush with embarrassment. Well, yeah. You're the person I trust most to help me through this. How interesting. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. You have enough on your plate as it is right now. Yeah, you're right. Monica shoots me a reassuring smile, and I can't help but return one myself. If you want, Chloe, I can walk you back to your class. Oh, mine completely goes blank. I don't really get the chance to spend too much time around Monica. Well, I will change the next route, but I still have to wonder. I'm going to have to go with one of the other routes. Should I go with Natsuki because that'll be the route after that? And because I have, do I have another Natsuki focused route? I'll think about it. Otherwise, I might do the Yuri route because then I can cram the ending of the Yuri route together with the little small changes. For example, not telling Sayori about the dreams and a few other things, and then have a little bit of a review. Yeah. But with everything going on, I'm hardly in a social mood. Then again, this is Monica, and I guess a little company wouldn't hurt. She was nice enough to hear me out after all. What if Natsuki sees us and gets the wrong idea? And what if Sayori sees us and also gets the wrong idea? Should I let Monica walk me back? I'm on the Sayori route right now. We can do this another time, Monica. I'll be back later. Sorry, Monica. I think I should be alone for now. I do have a lot to think over. It's fine, Chloe. I'll see you in the club. Yeah. See you then. Although I prefer actual Monica over this imposter Monica. The real Monica is still flickering in the light, in the motion sensor light of the house next to me. Is it a house or an apartment building? Could be both. Could be like not the typical square apartment buildings, but a building with more apartments. Mine also isn't a typical apartment building either. With the block. Nor is it that big. I guess you could call it those things multiple family houses. I think maybe something along those lines, although my apartment is far too small for a family, but my budgies and I are family. I make my way up through the crowded hallways up towards the second floor. My eyes can't help but wander back and forth to the other various people walking with me. So many couples walking around me. What did it take for them to get together? How big of a decision was it for them? Did they have to struggle like I did? Did they ever feel like they were being pulled in two different directions? Did they ever have second thoughts? And if they did they work through it? I mean, I don't think I'm regretting my decision with Sayori. But did I make it too soon? Well, this is going to keep me busy all day. This sounds like this could be Sayori. Hey! I hear someone yelling to me from across the hallway. Wait a second. I recognize that yelling anywhere. Sayori! The one and only! Didn't see you there. Hope I didn't scare you, Chloe. Sayori, you can't scare me anymore. I know all your tricks. Well, that's no fair. Well, if it's any consolation, you did catch me by surprise there. Guess I'll have to take that then. Yeah. So how are you doing, Sayori? I'm doing great. I was just going to get some water and ran into you. Yeah, I'm just heading back from lunch. How was it? Surprisingly, it was actually alright. I found out I had the same lunch period with Monica. Crazy, right? That's awesome, Chloe. It's good to have someone to keep you company during lunch period. Yeah, it really is. It's too bad we aren't sharing the same lunch period this year. Well, I'm sure we'll have something together next year at least. I hope so too! So what do you have to do? Back to good old algebra class with Saito. Aww, just try to keep the chin up, Chloe. We'll be in the club before you know it. Yeah, can't wait. See, that's the spirit. I'm really lucky that Sayori is bad at detecting sarcasm. I'm still praying that Natsuki doesn't ask me about her letter and that everything can be normal for at least one more day. And I still can't decide whether to show Sayori the poem that I got. I can almost feel the weight of it glowing in my jacket pocket. Well, hey, you always seem to make my day better. Oh, hey. It's really you who makes my day better. Guess really good for each other like that, huh? Saya blushes brightly. I can tell she wants to run up and hug me, but she doesn't want to draw any unnecessary attention to ourselves. Well, I need to head back to class now. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye, Chloe! I wave goodbye to Sayori as we head our separate ways. The rest of the day seems to grind to a crawl as I begin the second half of the day. Though I guess that just leaves me more time to think about everything. It was nice running into Sayori earlier. It's not like I see Sayori around too much in school aside from the club. Wait a second, I'm preparing tea right now. I'm either drinking tea or preparing tea. Or drinking water from the faucet. Oh god, I just spilled a few droplets somewhere. But given how long I've known her, maybe she could help me figure out what to say to Natsuki. I mean, she's my girlfriend. I have to tell her about this. Yeah, that would be pretty good. This really does concern her as well, so... I knew she's going to freak out initially. I guess all I can do now is just reflect on what Monica told me to ask myself. And look like I'm paying attention. After long last, the bell rings, signifying that the school day is officially over. Sorry, my blanket got stuck in a way that I didn't even know was possible. Though I suppose that means I'm going to brace for the worst of Natsuki. I think I have a general idea of what I'd want to say if it comes down to it. Well, hopefully things will just go smoothly for today. I finish packing my things and head out into the hallway to meet Sayori. Sure enough, I spotted Sayori waiting just outside the classroom. Hey Chloe! Hey Sayori! Ready for another day of fun and literature? With you, always. In that case, we better get going. Yep. Well, let's go, Chloe! What are you waiting for? What are we waiting for? We are waiting for it. With slight hesitance, I begin to walk with Sayori to the literature club. I almost said to and fro. I don't think that's how it goes. As we're traveling our usual route, I still can't help but feel the anxiety well up within me with every step I take. Though I just take a deep breath and tell myself everything will be okay. It will be just fine. Thankfully, Sayori seems to be blissfully unaware of my apparent apprehension, but it's probably for the best. Eventually, we stop right outside the club. Well, here we are! Yep, can't wait to see what's in store for today. She opens the door and steps into the club with me right behind her. Let's just get this over with. Sure enough, the club's the same as it's always been, with everyone in their normal spots doing their normal routines. Monica quickly spots us coming in. Hey guys! Hey Monica! How are you two? I'm doing pretty well. Looking forward to another great day with you guys. Oh, Sayori. She's always a charmer. I take it you already have her poems, Chloe? Yeah, I got hers yesterday. Just need your poems and Yuri's. Fortunately, I remembered to bring them. I'll give them to you by the time club's over. Alright. Well, you guys can go sit down. We're gonna get started in a few minutes. Sounds good to me. Monica leans in to whisper something to me as Sayori goes to sit down. How are you holding up? So how are you holding up? We also need to add the so. Still thinking over a lot of stuff. Though in case Natsuki asks about her confession letter, I have an idea of what I want to say. Well, that's good. Still, this is a pretty sensitive topic for you two, so just be careful with what you say. I'll try my best. Great! Well, I'll be here if you want to talk more, Chloe. Right now, I think I could use something to calm me down a bit. It's been a fairly stressful day for me thinking about all this. Whenever I'm feeling stressed out, I find that music usually helps calm the nerves. I've been working on something if you want to give it a listen. I wonder if we'll have a little something unique about her, like if she's going to write another song or something. I'll think about it. Thank you, Monica. Anytime! Monica goes back to the teacher's desk, leaving me standing in the middle of the room once again. Looking around the room, I try to figure out who I can talk to without completely melting down or making some sort of scene. So of course it leaves Natsuki out of the question. I guess it only leaves 3 people I could try talking to. I'm going to save these every time because I think I'll just go and switch around that a little bit and see if how many times it takes for me to switch a route maybe for the final video. But for now, we're going to Sayori Route! I should see how Sayori's doing. I walk over to Sayori and take my usual spot next to her. Hey Sayori! Hey Chloe! You seem to be doing a lot better today. Well, that's because I get to spend so much time around you, silly! Ah, well. My face heats up with embarrassment as I nervously scratch the back of my head. It's nothing, Sayori, really. I mean, someone's gotta keep an eye on you. What do you mean? I'm not trying to make you watch over me all the time. Why, it'd be a real chore to have to take care of someone like me. If it was a chore, would I do this? I proceed to boop her in the nose. Hey, stop it! I boop her in the nose a couple more times before she playfully slaps my hand away. You're so silly, Chloe! I learned from the best. I suddenly hear Sayori's stomach emit a loud, audible growl that I'm pretty sure everybody in the room heard. I turn to face Sayori, who looks away in embarrassment. I know exactly what's going to happen next. Sayori? Satan looks at me with her puppy eyes. Hey, Chloe? Yes? I'm hungry. Can you come with me to get a snack? You mean buy you a snack? I don't know what you mean. How much money do you have with you? Zoe struggles to come up with a response. I decide that I'll spare her the embarrassment this time. Come on, let's go. Ah! Sorry, I clicked twice for no other reason than there was a hair somehow laying weirdly on my hand and I was trying to get it off. Yay! Sarah beams at me. We both walk out of the club room and to the nearest vending machine. After a short walk around the corner, we arrive at the vending machines. Soon I gaze at the various cookies, candies, drinks, and other snacks currently in stock. What are you thinking about getting? As I look to my left, I see Sarah in what I can only describe as a food trance as she stares in awe. Ice cream. Guess that answers that question. Sarah moves aside as I enter in the number for the ice cream bars. I've never had one of those. After inserting the coins in the coin slot, 2 ice cream bars tumble down into the tray. I hand Sayori the chocolate while I opt for the plain vanilla. We sit down on a nearby bench and begin eating our ice cream. So, does this count for the ice cream I already owe you? Oh, come on, Chloe, don't be so mean! She briefly sticks out her ice cream stained tongue at me. Besides, this isn't a Sunday. I suppose so. So I continue eating our ice cream. As usual, Sayori finishes hers in under a minute while I nurse mine. Sayori's eyes dart over to my ice cream. Hey, Chloe? Don't even think about it. Usually my stern voice would be enough to deter Sayori from mooching of my food. For whatever reason today she seems insistent. Come on! No, Sayori. I don't know why I said it like that. Sayori slowly begins to scooch herself closer to me while giving me her usual puppy eyes. I try hard not to look at her as I hold my ice cream as far away as possible. She tries to grab my ice cream, but her reach isn't far enough. Come on, Chloe, please! Come on, just let him have his ice cream! No! You already had yours! Let me have mine! We sound like children. This reminds me of the times when we would share food as kids. Sarah would always beg to have what I was having when she finished her food. For some reason, ever since she and I started dating, she's been able to break my resolve more easily. I guess they call that love. Please. She keeps trying to grab my ice cream, but she keeps failing to reach it. You really don't want to share with me, do you, Chloe? But you already had yours! Yeah, but what? Yours is vanilla. Then you should have gotten vanilla! Sarah crosses her arms and pouts. Ugh, this girl. I have to stand up for myself at some point with Sayori's never-ending hunger. But then again, would one bite really hurt? Given that I'm on the Sayori route, I think I should share my ice cream. Although honestly, I would just stand up for myself probably. Because that's my food! Generally, yes, sharing is caring, but if something belongs to someone and they purchased it, then they are deserved to keep it. Because I heard that frequently, that apparently, it's a big problem, or not a big problem, but it's something that happens in kindergartens frequently, at daycares, where it's about, even when children bring their own toys or something, they're supposed to share with everyone. They're not allowed to set the boundary of, no, I want to play with this right now, but they're always supposed to give it to the other one. In that case, when the child that gave it asks for it to be returned, even if only 2 minutes later, that should also count. But it usually doesn't. No, you are allowed to say that this is your food! But you know what? I want to go hone full on in, so I am going to share my ice cream. Alright, alright. You win! But on one bite only, that doesn't work. Hooray! Sayori scooches over to me as I sheepishly put my ice cream below Sayori's face. Now remember, just one nom! Sir proceeds to gulp down all of my ice cream in one bite before I could even finish my sentence. Now she has vanilla ice cream all over her face. Hey! Sir grins at me as she trots back to the clubroom, expecting me to hunt her down. Wait a second. She didn't even have time to wipe off her face. Crap! I hastily run to the bathroom to grab a paper towel and sprint back to the clubroom. I barge into the clubroom. Wait, Sayori, you forgot to clean yourself up! See, Monica, Yuri, and Natsuki stop what they're doing and train their eyes on me. Everyone then turns to Sayori, seeing the vanilla ice cream all over her face. They then turn back to me, putting on a mix of anger, bewildered, and shocked expressions on their faces. I suppose it is an anime moment. But in actuality, it would at best be a joke, but most people wouldn't actually suspect it. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. I can see rage build up in Natsuki's eyes while Yuri's face is a flush bright red. Monica simply looks irritated. Chloe? What took you two so long? We just went to grab some ice cream. Sorry we took so long. Monica sighs. It's alright, we were just a little worried since you guys were gone for so long. We need to give you our poems for the event on Monday. Oh yeah, thanks. I read that so. Monica walks up to me and hands me her stack of poems. Thanks, Monica. No problem. I walk over to where Yuri is sitting. Hey, Yuri. Yuri doesn't say a word or really even acknowledge me. I wonder what happens when you try to go like a very mixed route. I will probably try that as well. To really mix around. Because I do feel bad for Yuri, I'm like completely avoiding her. You'll be the final girl, okay? You'll be the grand finale to this mod for me, okay, Yuri? Do you have your poems? He briefly puts her book down and reaches for her bag, where she retrieves a stack of paper and puts it on the corner of her desk. I didn't get a good look at her face, but I could tell she was bright red. I looked to Natsuki, but she turned her cheek, clearly not wanting to talk to me either. Letting out a sigh, I put the poems in my bag. After carefully putting the poems away, I walk out to Sayori with the paper towel. You forgot this dummy. I flash her a teasing smile. Hey, don't be a meanie about it! Takes a paper towel and wipes her face clean. Something's never changed with you. Nope, and it's just the way I like it. Just like the way I like you. My heart skips a beat and I can feel the blood rush to my face. Sayori. Just then we hear the sound of giggling. I turn around and see Monica standing right behind me. Monica! Didn't see you there. Sorry, Chloe. Didn't mean to startle you. Just wanted to check up on how you two lovebirds were doing. Monica flashes us a teasing smile. Lovebirds? So flashes her a confused look. Oh, come on, Sayori. I already know you two are together. How do you know? So flashes me a curious look. I never did get the chance to ask Sayori about how Monica knew we were dating. I thought you told her, Sayori. Sayori turns back to Monica. I'm the club president. I know just about everything there is to know about all of you. Hearing Monica saying that sends a chill down my spine. She's not stalking us or anything like that, right? I'm happy for you two, I really am. Her voice trails off and her eyes drift downward toward the floor. Something tells me she really isn't being genuine here. It's just that I wish I could find a relationship like you guys have. Most boys only want me for one thing. Sir frowns at Monica. Aww, Monica. Sir stands up and walks over to Monica and pulls into a hug. Monica appears to tense up at Sayori's gesture, but her face keeps the same collected look as always. At first she clenches her fist hard, but she eventually reciprocates the hug. You'll find someone one day, I just know it! I think I already have. Oh, who is it? What's his name? What if it's not a boy? I'd rather not say. All I know is that I don't know if he's looking for the right girl right now. Monica eerily winks at me. Then Monica release each other from their embrace. Oh, I'm sure he'll come around. Not in this route, sorry. Honestly, maybe I should try going the Sayori route, because you will start out on one route either way. I don't know. Or I'm going to go with one of the I don't know. I think about it. How can anybody miss you, Monica? You're so smart and beautiful. Well, it's being hard to get a good read on him lately. One day it seems like he's interested in me, then the next he's off talking to someone else. I thought I had the perfect opening to get to know him recently, but something changed and now I've barely been able to talk to him. Sid puts a hand on Monica's shoulder. I hope all works out for you in the end, Monica. I believe in you. Thank you, Sayori. We're confident that this time things will work out between us. Can't wait to hear about it, Monica. I'll be sure to tell you all about it. Monica smiles at the both of us and begins slowly walking to the front of the room. As she walks by me, I see Monica flash a quick smile at me as I get a whiff of her forget-me-nots perfume. I'm really left dazed by the strong scent. I'm not used to Monica's perfume being this strong. Or did I really never notice how beautiful her hair looks? Though the sudden warm and fuzzy feeling, through this warm and fuzzy feeling, I start to get a feeling that Monica was somehow talking about me the entire time. No, that can't be it. She knows I'm with Sayori. That won't just change someone's feelings immediately. The way she phrased it is very condescending and everything, but generally speaking, just because someone is with someone, that doesn't mean your feelings will immediately evaporate. I'm brought back to reality by Sayori, who keeps poking my cheek. Hey, Chloe, you there? I snap out of my daze. Oh, sorry, Sayori. I was spacing out again, wasn't I? Yep. Well, I guess I've just been thinking about it a lot lately. Anything in particular? Not really. Hope Say isn't mad that I might have been staring at Monica for too long. Though thankfully she either didn't notice or is choosing to overlook it. It was a little weird that Monica knew we were dating, though. I don't think I told her. Maybe she figured it out on her own, I guess. Yeah. Besides, everyone's going to figure it out eventually anyways. I mean, it's like we're keeping this top secret or anything. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't exactly want to scream out to the whole world that we're together. Aw, you don't want to show me off? No, it's not that. It's just that all my friends who are in relationships are going to well me with advice and congratulations. And I don't know if I'm prepared to deal with all that right now. We'd definitely be the talk of the school for a good week at least. Yeah. I want to ask if it's really like that, but to be frank, when I was in high school and couples formed, it was a bit of a bigger topic. I just never engaged much with it because I don't care. Those are their relationships. I don't give a shit if they kissed in the hall or if they met outside of school. I'm busy with my own things. It'd be kinda nice though. That it would. So and I share a small laugh as we wait for Monica to start the activity for the day.